Warning, this program is entirely fictional and made by a sole Canadian man. All characters and events in the show, including the host, even those that are based on real people, are entirely fictional. The following program contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
America, the land of opportunity, fueled by immigration and innovation, with just a touch of authoritarian despotism. Here in these glorious United States, there exists a vast criminal underworld, stretching from sea to shining sea. And if you look closely at our utopian American settlements, you may just find the stain of criminal activity in more places than you ever thought possible. Tonight, on Grand Theft Auto Geographies. Industry, poverty, and conspiracy. Tonight we will examine a district of Liberty City's mainland that has served as the backbone to the city's manufacturing sector and seen its fair share of violent criminals. We will explore a neighborhood often overlooked by the residents of Staunton Island and beyond, where the infamous Fort Staunton massacre was planned and where one of Elsie's most infamous residents resided temporarily during the chaotic years before the turn of the millennium. We will see criminal ambushes, international corporate conspiracy, and imprisoned mob bosses, as we take a look at one of the last remaining neighborhoods of Shoreside Vale, Pike Creek. Pike Creek is one of Liberty City's most vital industrial districts, according to some even more important than places like Trenton in Portland. Numerous factories, warehouses, and manufacturing centers for producing the city's exports and supporting its economy are here. Being one of only 4 districts in LC's Shoreside Vale, Pike Creek is a fairly large but important densely packed neighborhood, with only one entrance to the south via Francis International Airport and 2 more roads leading into the district from Cedar Grove to the northeast and Cochrane Dam directly north. Due to the varied elevation of Shoreside Vale, Pike Creek's elevation changes drastically from one end to the other, with sloped roads and inclines throughout the area, and encouraging reckless drivers to let out their speed demons in full force. A central avenue runs at an angle northwest to southeast, which eventually connects to the Shoreside Vale Arch Bridge. Technically speaking, the district's borders end in the north, cutting off one of the area's blocks and dividing it between Pike Creek and Cochrane Dam. Despite this overlap, however, effectively, the cutoff block is administered by the authorities of Pike Creek, similarly to the single road technically belonging to Wichita Gardens in the east. There is also a long road which descends from the district towards the Cochrane Dam Basin, which is also cut off as the district borders cross each other. The district borders Wichita Gardens to the east, Cochrane Dam to the north, Francis International Airport to the south, and the ocean to the west. Although Pike Creek has seen less violence within its own borders over the years than most Liberty City neighborhoods, the area more than makes up for it by being the location where infamous bomb maker, terrorist, and known associate of the Leone crime family, 8-Ball, planned and supplied Tony Cipriani with the explosives needed to level an entire district of Staunton Island. Speaking of the Leone family, the Fort Staunton massacre was believed to have been planned in secret by Leone family crime boss at the time, Salvatore Leone, during his brief stint in the district's jail. Posing as Leone's lawyer, Salvatore's right-hand muscle man, Tony Cipriani, would meet several times with his boss, as they planned their return to the top of the criminal heap in the city. By late 1998, Salvatore would eventually be found not guilty, and flee the district along with Tony to reclaim their mafia throne back in Portland. It was also in the late 90s, following a failed mayoral candidacy, that future media mogul Donald Love would reside temporarily, after going broke spending his fortune on the election. From the district's flophouse, Tony Cipriani would plan out the Fort Staunton massacre with Love in order to eliminate rival mafia family the Forellis and provide Donald with land for development, thanks to his new deal with the Colombian cartel-controlled Panlantic Construction Company. In 2000, the man behind the bomb, 8-Ball, would be badly injured at a cartel ambush in the district, which saw his hands burned, and ended in the terrorist's arrest by the LCPD, where he was held at prison upstate for a year, before meeting another famous LC criminal in 2001, Claude. Being a densely packed industrial district with a unique geography, there are plenty of businesses and places of interest in the area, including 8-Ball's Autos, the Pike Creek Police Station, Hope Medical College, the Punk Noodles Factory, formerly the Holy Reverend Joe's Flophouse, Pogo the Monkey Fan Club, Liberty Pharmaceuticals, the Burke Supply Company, formerly Scoper's Haulage, the Undercover Storage Company, the Turtlehead Fishing Company, formerly Clunt, Mr. Benz, and Pay and Spray. So, Pike Creek is, according to the incredibly useful GTA Wiki, based on the industrial districts of Elizabeth, New Jersey. Looking around the real-world neighborhood, it's not entirely obvious at first glance, but given the liberties, pun intended, taken when constructing GTA 3's neighborhoods, it's pretty obvious why certain features of Elizabeth weren't directly translated to Pike Creek, with the general feel of the area being the most important link between the two. Unlike Elizabeth, Pike Creek does not feature a large cargo container terminal, something reserved for the industrial districts of Portland Island instead. The change from the bright lights and busy streets of New York to the comparatively calm and predominantly poor neighborhoods of Elizabeth is a pretty accurate contrast, which Pike Creek and the various neighborhoods of Staunton Island reflect quite well. And so we come to the end of the penultimate episode of 3D-era Liberty City here on GTA Geographies. Soon we will finally be wrapping up LC and preparing for our vacation down in Florida, so get your sunscreen ready. There will also be a large supercut for each city after covering all the districts, with the Liberty City video coming sometime in the next few weeks. Stay tuned to GTA Geographies, Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help me out in the algorithm, and head over to my Patreon for all the music from my shows and early access, as well as a spot in the credits. I'll see you next time. I'm your host, Guiness Walker. Thank you for watching.